What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Ant-Man and the Wasp video. So if you're new to the channel, please drop a like and please subscribe down below if you did enjoy the video. So Ant-Man and the Wasp is out in America. It's yet to be here in the UK, but the UK, or at least England, sorry Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, yeah, England are doing absolute bits here in the World Cup. And we're just very close to the semi-final, so let's do this, England. And this has become somewhat of a tradition to give like an England update on my Ant-Man and the Wasp videos, because I'm incredibly salty about not having Ant-Man and the Wasp out in the UK due to the World Cup. But so far, the coming home memes have been very, very worthwhile. But one of the biggest parts of the movie is the quantum realm, with the quantum realm mentioned multiple times, and we did see Janet Van Dyne actually return from the quantum realm. So there's going to be spoilers in this movie, of course, or this video, sorry, but Janet Van Dyne has returned, and she's returned somewhat changed. Now, the quantum realm has changed her at a molecular level, and she has some sort of energy manipulation going forward. Now, what is happening here is the fact that we could see new sort of superheroes emerge due to the quantum realm being the catalyst towards this. So while the mutants have their mutant gene, the Inhumans had the Terrigen Mists, well, this could actually be a backdoor way into getting the X-Men in here. And this could be a way to actually show, and maybe the mutant gene is a kind of byproduct of the quantum realm, if that's how Marvel want to bring in their X-Men. But one of the big things here is that Janet mentioned time vortexes. Now, time vortexes are a huge thing. She mentions to watch out for them. And while in the post-credit scenes, we see Scott trapped in the time, or at least in the quantum realm, possibly he will come across a time vortex, because there is that theory that everything is mentioned for a reason and it will be brought back later. So we will actually probably see this moving forward. We might actually see him go towards a time vortex, and what of a coincidence it is that time vortexes are mentioned in here, and Captain Marvel is the next movie to actually be coming out, and it is set in the 1990s. So what if we actually see good old Scott Lang pop up in Captain Marvel? So maybe this actually means we'll be seeing this, but also this post-credit scene means a lot for Avengers 4 because it sets up time travel. So we will possibly see some sort of time jump, and we'll see Scott Lang helping out with time travel as well. Time travel could be a huge thing moving forward, and will be a lot of fun to see where it goes. But of course, time travel in comic book history can always go completely wrong and becomes a bit too convenient and convoluted. But this also could mean that we'll see other dimensions, considering the quantum realm is possibly now going to be the nexus for all things otherworldly. So we could see other dimensions involved. Maybe they'll go and get different Infinity Stones from another dimension, and maybe that's what they'll do next, perhaps. Or they'll just go back in time and try and steal all of the Infinity Stones before Thanos can actually get his hand on them, and we will never actually have the snap in the first place. So that's quite big there as well. So next up as well, one of the interesting things here is that there was a mysterious buyer for Hank Pym's technology. So Sonny Birch is working on behalf of a mysterious buyer. Now, who could that actually be? Well, it could be maybe Stark, could be Tony Stark trying to get involved, trying to get his hand unscrupulously on the technology that Hank Pym has created and his lab. But I really do doubt that Tony Stark would do that. I would probably expect him just to pop up in Hank's lab or nearby and just say, look, I just want to recruit you. I know my father and you had beef. Well, you can trust me. I'm Tony Stark. But there could be another mysterious buyer. Now, before I posit my theory moving forward, Well, there is another mysterious buyer in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you remember in Spider-Man Homecoming, rest in peace, gone but not forgotten, Spider-Man did actually try and get to the Avengers Tower, which he did, and it turns out, as Happy Hogan mentioned, that they're clearing out because the place, Avengers Tower, has actually been bought. So, considering that the former Stark Tower, now Avengers Tower, and now former Avengers Tower has been bought, well, who could that actually be? Well, there is a Spider-Man story coming next, Far From Home, and there is rumoured to be a mysterious power broker in that movie as well, with he's reportedly hired Mysterio to do his bidding. So, there's now possibly a third mysterious buyer in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, if we look at this, our first one was featured in Spider-Man. We've got this one again, possibly in Spider-Man Far From Home, and the one in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And someone else, who could this be? Well, it could be Norman Osborn, the Goblin himself. So what if he is actually moving forward and buying this? There have been rumours that this mysterious buyer is, of course, Norman Osborn, and the fact that Marvel said they didn't want Norman Osborn to be used in the upcoming spin-offs and the Venom, the Into the Spider-Verse and things like that, because Marvel actually want to use his character moving forward. Of course, he was very heavily featured in the original Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire. So I think a slow burn of adding this character, slowly but surely, as a power broker, I think would work very, very well. Now, there is another person. It could be possibly Kingpin if we think in Spider-Man villains, but Norman Osborn is a billionaire, millionaire, a rich magnate who definitely would fit in with the universe, and a slow burn for Phase 4 and an overarching arc even for this character, well, I think that would fit in quite well. But that is it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please do hit a like. The channel is not doing that well at the moment, so I would really, really appreciate any sort of like, comments and shares as well. But I'll see you soon. It's coming home. Goodbye.